And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Logitech G Ready to Play series in Bangladesh with a prize pool of 70k. It's going to be a very aggressive here, bringing you the second matchup of the day. Sadly, match number 112 did not really happen. It was a forfeit. So the issues just, kept on adding up here and there. So it's okay because we do have match number 113 regardless of that. Matchup, though, is going to be quite interesting on that regard. And today, we're going to be watching two very unknown teams, a couple of groups of friends playing up against one another, super newbies going up against Team KnockOut. Let's see who's going to be the one to take it all away. Will it be an easy feat? Will it be a simple one? Not exactly, because one of these teams, they need to go far and beyond their own capabilities considering their rankings to maybe take out their opposition. But for now, let's see how it all goes, one step at a time. Stone City pickups, not really much to talk about on that regard. And for now, they're going to be leaning back a little bit and trying to figure out exactly what composition they really want to go in for. Nothing really unstandardized when it comes down to the comps. They're still opting to go in for the simplest plays, and that should be more than enough. And their opportunities can just keep on ramping up from here. A Phoenix will get picked up with a Reyna. No Jets coming in from both sides. And that is a slight little bit of a concern because Jet, a very prominent pickup, I would say, here in this case. Without the Jet, you tend to fall into a loophole that you can't really get yourself out of. And it will start being a lot more of a problematic situation because of it. But for now, this matchup looks to be heated up. Both sides going in for very unconventional pickups, I would say, for this particular map. With the Sky coming in, no Sovas, and on the other end, no Initiator whatsoever. With a Viper, seems to be a little bit more of a one-sided affair, more one-sided than I would like it to. But for now, the teams, they're going to be happy, and they're going to be prepped up and ready to get themselves in towards the server and the match. So no. For now, the ladies and gentlemen back at home, I really hope that you guys are doing well and proper.
Turret out.
Because the way that it goes down through looks to be a little bit more of a side take. They're not really opting to go in for any form of an aggressive push, waiting for the defenders to go in for the first initial bit of a play. Agu, forward angle for him, but again, not really much to be gained just yet. Compositions favoring the defenders a lot more, and the attackers, they're just waiting to see the first initial take. They're not taking any form of an aggressive peek whatsoever, but with time running out, they need to make their way up. Getting a forward sight, Araf has the perfect angle, but here comes a spray from the Reyna. Does get the first initial kill. It's not going to be able to get anything else. Should have used the dismiss to get himself out of that sticky situation, but he's now going to get caught between a rock and a hard place. How much more can you get to try and survive this one? Doesn't really happen. Raptor comes in for the fast take. And with that, that's another frag. That's another kill. Fishbone, good for one, but it's not going to be able to find anything more than that. Last remaining will be Alexa. Alexa, I think it's time to play Despacito. What's that? Working his way out, but Dead Rabbit's gonna be the thing that comes in for the frag. 0-1. Pretty, let's say, dominant scoreline for the start at least on the initial pistol round. Pistol round started off pretty slow. The defenders were not really forcing themselves into any form of an avenue. And as soon as the final push-up came at the 1 minute mark, they were making some progress over towards the side. And I like that. They wanted to see if the opponents were aggressive, if they played defensive. And I can respect it as well. They want to figure out their opponent's play style before taking the fight against them. Because you have to remember that this is the qualifier stages. There's going to be multitudes of different teams. And these different teams just start adding up slowly but surely. The attackers, aggressive play over onto one side. That's ample amounts of noise being given away. They can just wait here. Going for that first initial fight. But again, Agu, he's pretty much given everything away from their end. The Phoenix is going to be good for the first kill, not going to be good for the second though. On the side, that's going to be a pretty rough one for him to try and survive. Agu's not going to be able to take another frag for himself. He's going to get taken out badly. One more from the side. Fishbone's going to be an absolute demon, dealing ample amounts of damage over towards the attack. And now their sight hold and their retake looks to be promising if they get this first initial kill onto the Sage. The Sage shield still not yet present, but this kill from the side could be the biggest one. Dead Rabbit jumping around like a rabbit that he is going to be the one to survive that. The plays are just going to keep on adding. Beautifully done. That's another round to boot, but a very close round indeed, where the attackers, they need to invest in a couple of more buys. But again, you have to remember that the frenzies that they had on the previous round will carry forward here. So keep the ball rolling in their court and keep it all going. Still have a lot more rounds of regulation to play. And finally, the defenders, they also have buys in their arsenal. And with these buys, they can change the flow of this entire round.
Thank you. I'll take everything from them.
Again, Agu. Man in Fire seems to be the one to take a peek from the side. That's going to be a pretty deadly one if you ask me. Nearly gets caught with his pants down if he wasn't careful. Striker misses out on a couple of bullets, and those whips will be costly ones. Araf should be able to pick up the gun for himself, and that's a perfect upgrade. That's one rifle going out of the hands of the defenders, and it's a slow push up from the side. Possibly a kill on the back end as well. Araf's just being an absolute chat about it. Takes a good swing, takes a good fight, but now they're looking for more. The Ares doesn't really find out much, and now it's a 3 versus 3 situation. The attackers are in a pretty tough spot. They're looking for more. Clearance will be done from multiple different angles, and there's no swing. One from the back and one from the side. The flank was perfect. And Poti. What are these names sometimes? I don't understand. Where do you come up with these names? I'm sorry, I don't really judge you for that. Fishbone Smoothie, Raptor, and then Pote Woo. Like, I really want to know sometimes what goes through the minds of players when they're picking out their names. Like, for me, personally, it was a random pickup by one of my friends back in Dota 2 where he misspelled aggressive as aggressive. And then I just kept it for the rest of my life. Pretty much, what, around 8 years? And then, sometimes I do miss the good old days of Dota 2, but for now, Agun, he's probably gonna miss his life because of Raptors right around the corner to go in for a slap to the face. Taking down one, but again, ACH4.
Cover going out.
He's been doing work here on the Spectre. But is it enough for his team to go in for a possible clutch just yet? Not exactly. They need more to make their way around. Pushing out Poti. It's a good angle to work with.
Here.
Spike down A.
Joke's
Toxins
over!
going up.
You're dead!
Seems to be a very
30
aggressive play
seconds
coming in from the Phoenix. Phoenix will be able to get the plant with the run it back in hand. That's going to be a good one for him, because with this plant, they still have opportunities to turn things around from there. Poti, though, stuck in a pretty hard situation. He has no way of getting himself out of that one. Striker's going to be good for one, while AZH4 is going to be able to shut down the secondary. Good kills and good frags. That's all that you need to take it all back.
Turret out.
couple more frags here to go. But again, the attackers, they're sending the Phoenix to go in for an optimum lurk, possibly spot out that player who always tries to go in for a rotational flank. Trying to go in for a pincer, but this pincer does not really happen to them just yet. Couple of pre-fires with the 2 to 4s to gain the first initial little bit of an advantage, but no information found. The attackers complete another wraparound over towards the other side. Flash comes in. That's the sound cue that the Sky will get, that the push is heading towards A, but the defenders, they're not really going in for rotations, and I question exactly what the game plan is in this certain scenario. This for now means they're gonna be in a pretty rough position, and I don't think that Striker is gonna be able to find much here from the side. Striker, he misses the bullets. That's gonna be a costly one for him. Beautiful placement of the Lear to get the first initial engagement. Poti, I do not believe he's gonna win this one, but Poti, he's gonna be able to get it. Fishbone smoothly misses out on a very crucial shot. That's gonna be perfect. That's gonna still be
One
good.
enemy remaining.
Couple more frags to work out with, and Alexio, last player remaining on this killjoy from the side. The Ares can do work, but in this situation for him, I don't think he's gonna live for long. Spray fire comes in, the aim does not really land as proper as you would have hoped for. And with the 1-4 scoreline, things look to be adding up in a much more of a different route for the other side.
Turret out.
A little bit of a slow take from the side though. Ooh. Hey, Bodie's gonna be able to find a beautiful tap over on the Fishbone smoothly. Angle was held, but was it held properly? Not exactly. Too much aggressive play can be a pretty bad one for you to take. And now is it? Did opt to go in for a buy, and this buy will be a problem. But then again, from the side, Poti again coming in clutch. Agu nearly took down Poti, and if that kill came in, that would have been a game changer for the other side. Now the Viper not being taken out early causes them to be in a predicament where the smokes will just start adding up even further. Alexio doesn't really find the hole that he needs to. Gets taken out instantaneously. Little bits of damage being done, but against Reina, those tiny bits of damage don't really mean jack. Ronaldo. It's the final stretch and the final hurdle. Possibly a frag over from the side. Striker, beautiful crosshair placement to take out the first. But Phoenix should easily be able to close that one out. Nicely done. And another frag going in for the attackers. 1 and 5. Things seem to be hitting off on a pretty good start. The members of Team Knockouts are pretty confident in the positions that they are in, and they look to be as quick as they possibly can as well here. But again, looks to be a bit more of a one-sided affair in the way that it all goes down. And Poti still gonna hold, he's still gonna wait. See how much of forward avenue that they can find, but again, slow play, waiting for the defenders to push their way out. First initial slight bits of an advantage being given, but with the noise cues, how does Team KnockOut want to approach this? They still haven't really played for any form of map control, and not having that map control, they are purely relying on the defenders to go over the aggressive and give them that initial bit of a peek that they require to survive this. Snakebite has been used prematurely. Honestly, I do not know exactly what he was trying to play off of on that situation, but again, this is what I would like to see. Araf has a bit of a oopsie timing. He's gonna need to get himself back out immediate. Got him under information being gained, and the rotations are gonna come in through mid. That's a one call that they needed. Everyone made their rotations, and now is where the problems will just keep on building. Swing out from the side. That's gonna be Raptor being able to take down one, and Raptor been a pretty good player when it comes down to taking a lot of these shots. He's doing what he can to try and turn things around for his squad, but it's just not gonna be enough. Wall's gonna be beautiful though from the defense. That's another one. That's a good pickup. And from the side, Alexo's gonna be good for another one, but again, his counterpart, Dead Rabbit, just always comes up to the plate. You gotta love it when you see it. And on this 1 in 6, it's just building up further and further.
Placing sentry.
Toxins going up.
Seems to be another swing from the side, and Agun went for the complete another run and
Spike
gun.
planted.
OT completely caught off guard, doesn't really find out much. Slight bits of damage being given over to Arif. Needs to make his way out, but a little bit of a questionable play. I did not really understand what they were going in for in that exact same situation. Here comes the play from Raptor though. My god, the spray transfer worked clean, and the man just knows exactly how to take that too. Good plays and good frags. And now Striker is stuck in a position that he really does not want to be in. Maybe getting 1 kill, but to get the second, that required miracle.
Swarm grenade out. Can I get thanks?
Turret out.
Alarm bot out.
Be a double kill for the attack again, and these type of aggressive plays are just working out in their favor so often. Just one more frag from the side is all that they require, and Agun making their way in towards the side to get all the advantages that he can possibly get. The Reyna's just tearing down house, and Alexo finally comes in for a beautiful play of his own. Poti again opting to go in for that slow lurk play. Do they read him in though is the real question. Timing is everything and is the most crucial part of this play. He's gonna be clearing out under heaven. Agundo's making his way over towards short. This is so beautiful. The timing really did not favor Poti at all. If Agun stayed there for even a second longer, it could have been different. But now they've smelled him out. They've read him in this situation. There's no way he survives this one, correct? Because over on the other end, he's holding from the side.
30 seconds left.
Couple of seconds left, and I'm in. He's just over on the top. Poti swinging around from the corner, spots out the first initial head, not to really get it. And Agun, again, came in as a clutch minister for the team. Right at the very end to find those frags for his squad. They're able to take it. Raptor, though, has been absolutely insane in the way that he's been playing. 17 and 4. It's perfect. For their side, they need way more.
Placing sentry.
Agun again. You do a bit more of an aggressive play and he's gonna be able to get it. Beautiful shots coming out from him. He's been trying to be a game changer for his team, and it has been working on multiple different occasions. Nine needs to make his way towards the Phoenix if he wants to pick him up. Raptor, every single time he's been holding on to these flanks, and these flanks, yeah, it can be quite predominant. Yes, it can work out in your favor, but you just start to fall into that similar loop over and over again. But with this play coming in, Raptor's gonna get picked up. And I'm pretty sure he's given the call to his team that we just need to head towards C again, because they're going to expect the A hit. So why don't we go in through the other sideline, possibly get the first initial little bit of a kill here. Sky, not really getting much done.
Cover going out.
Crucial. Should be able to get his way out. Easy 4H.
30
Even
seconds
more
left.
problems starting to begin. Skyflash doesn't really get much value, and they now need to make their way in
Found
towards
one.
a site. A site ripe for the picking. They should be able to make their way out. That's all that they require. Get the positions in, get the timings right, and I do believe that that's gonna be a kill from the side again. They just gave up on a pretty good back spot.
Spike
It's
planted.
completely okay, nothing to really worry about. They will be able to retaliate. Rabbit, good for one kill. It's not gonna be good for the secondary. Just a couple of more frags from the side, and it is gonna be Raptor and Naeem getting those frags that they need for their squad. Looking for one more, but Raptor, you can't really swing out of that corner out in the open here, buddy. That's a pretty costly one to go in for. That's gonna be the frag, and that's gonna be another kill. Naeem coming in down strong. And with that, 2-8 scoreline. Get a slight tinge bit closer towards the opposition. One step at a time. That's all we need to hear. But is this wholeheartedly enough? Not exactly, because as a team, unless you get to that 8-4 scoreline, your attacking side could just be an impossible feat. Agun again for a bit of an aggressive streak of his own. He's trying his hardest to gain advantages for his team, but it's just not working. He's not able to get anything done here. And with the push-up from the defenders, the attackers also have ample opportunities to play around with their own frags. But again, Agun, I think he has this correct. He should have just swung out.
Toxins going up.
The swing
Joke's
early could have
over.
prevented
Good
so many more problems. With the run it back now available, even more problems will start to arise. Fishbone doesn't really know where to run and where to hide. That's going to be another kill off from the side as well. Raptor's going to be the thing that finds another frag. And with that, the bodies just start piling. And they
Last player
have no way
standing.
of retaliating for any of it. Asler has already been spotted. Striker's position's revealed. They know Striker's on the opposite side. They can easily go in for this frag, but I like the discipline not going for it at all. They're gonna live, they're gonna breathe. Striker, he's just hoping he can save this gun at the bare minimum. Going into the last round, they need some weaponry to alleviate all of the pressure that Team KnockOut are throwing into them. It seems though Raptor. He's been
Last
pretty
round
dominant
in the
the way
half.
that he's taking so many of these fights. And I love to see that.
Turret out.
Slow take from the defenders. Agun again trying to be as aggressive as he can here in this sideline. He's gonna be able to get away with murder on the other end. No one was watching his back, and that is a slight little bit of a problem. Agun, he's looking for more though, and trying to look for more in these type of situations sometimes have a tendency of getting you caught in a pretty bad spot. Raptor has his phone number. Possibly he's gonna be calling him up soon enough. Nagun Timing is everything here, buddy. If you're able to get this, Gunbrell's been spotted. Raptor, you should know about this. Flash comes in, but he doesn't really get the frag that he wants. He wants to get this as much as he can, but again, it's just not gonna happen. Not today. Not anytime soon. And Dead Rabbit, he's stuck at the bottom. He's stuck in the mid. Malcolm's gonna be the pick that breaks the news to him that he's gonna be sent back home. His blood.
Switching sides.
9 and 3. Standardized. Nothing much to talk about, really. That last round was just a symphony of whips. The attackers tried to funnel their way in through mid, something that they optimally shouldn't have really gone for. What was the primary reason for this type of a mid push? You don't really gain anything out of it, and still going for something like that, it's a bit iffy. But I guess if you feel confident in your playstyle, maybe go in for it, but the whip from the Phoenix really did turn the round in its set. Phoenix was able to gain the garage control, then a lot more pressure would have been established over to Garden. And from there, things just snowballed out of control even further for the side of Team KnockOut to take a 10-meter scoreline. But the curse has been initiated, and it all begins from this first round. The prerequisites will start, and Dead Rabbit is not even cleared. He's just chilling inside now. Striker, he's probably not even going to clear him. There's no reason to clear this player. And Dead Rabbit can easily go in for 2 frags. That's going to be 1. Looking for the secondary. Doesn't really get anything done just yet. But still his teammates, they're going to be coming in for the immediate backup. Another frag from the side. Dead Rabbit's going to be able to take it. And Fishbone Smoothie, yeah, I think he's just gone. He's just dead in like 3, 2, 1. No one's going to get him. Pretty sure you had the footsteps, buddy. Oh god, this is bad. But I don't think that's gonna be a miss for him, though. Spikes in no man's land, and Fishbone Smoothie has some time to work with. 40 seconds left on the clock, but
Placing sentry.
it's close to an impossible push, especially with the Killjoy on the other. His HP is too low, and to gain this advantage,
30 seconds left.
he needs to get
One
all the
enemy
luck
remaining.
in the world. It's gonna be the first good kill that he's able to get. Fishbone Smoothie with the swing out, but again, it's just not gonna work, especially against a Killjoy. It never works against a Killjoy when you are on low HP. He's such a menace with those turrets doing 12 damage to your body as soon as you swing out of the
Can I
corner
get
in those
this,
close
Ace?
proximity fights. Just puts you in a bad position. 3 and 10's full line
I
did
get
come
this?
on down
Thanks.
through, but side of Team KnockOut, they're showing some cracks in their armor. That is what's really
Placing
added
sentry.
the pressure for the opposition.
Recalling my bot. Out of charges. Turret out. Alarm bot out.
Not gonna be able to find the frags that they need though in that particular instance. Force buys did
Spike
come in,
planted.
and these force buys are paying dividends. Fishbone Smoothie is gonna be good for 1 kill, but doesn't really get the next Naim. Casually does a drive-by, does get the frags that he needs to turn things around from there. Clearing out on the left, clearing out on the right. Underhell has not been cleared, and that is where the main problems arise. Dead Rabbit's able to take down 1, but not really anything more than that. 4 at 10, and these rounds are getting closer and closer by the second. I do believe as soon as proper buys come in, things could be a little bit different, but Haven historically is a much more attacking path, so I'll give the benefit of the doubt over towards the attackers that they are feeling themselves on that regard.
There.
But that force buy seemingly caught the
For
defenders.
you, Hermanita.
completely off.
You want to play? Let's play.
And these are the type of situations you really want to go in for force buys as well. Taking out 4 players in the last round, you have ample amounts of money to work with, but without that spike plant, it is a slight bit questionable because you're playing a much more big and risky game on that regard. So I guess it's okay because for now, you're gonna need to regain more avenues of attack. Push up over on towards mid though. This could be big, but at the same time, it could be horrible. And with the 2 to force coming in clutch, that's the first initial frag up over onto 1. Looking for 1 more from the side, but yep, Visuals. He's just too good for that one. 2 the force just doing work all the time, and with that, maybe another frag from the sidelines. Poti, with this judge, has been doing all that he can to try and survive this. And his teammates can finally get their way back in towards the side. He has all of the control in the world, but that swing was so unnecessary. He could have gone in for a jiggle instead. But
Player standing.
they're giving away a couple of these rounds over and over again for no apparent reason, and it's gonna add up to their misery.
Still in sight.
It's gonna be one nanostorm active. Angle's gonna be already given away. Looking to gain something down from there. That's gonna be one. That's gonna be the second for the swing. Kills come in perfect, and a 5 and 10 scoreline. Rounds are added up, and it's getting closer and closer. The game coming down perfect. Wishbone Smoothie's gonna throw the Spectre away over towards the other end. Hey, if he's able to go in for the upgrade, do you have anything to complain about? Exactly.
Placing sentry.
That works.
It's like a pretty tough situation to be in general, though. But again, they're looking to gain some more values from here. Araf needs to get out of this. Hopes to go in for a heal instead. I don't really know what kind of ability usage they're really going for. They should expect multiple players to be over towards the garage angle. The Reyna's not gonna solely enter one side now, is he? Raptor gonna be good for one. Raptor's gonna be good for two. Possibly the third doesn't really get it. But the Rabbit's in a pretty good position to try and clutch this one out.
Spike planted.
Also placement not really as key as you would have hoped for, but I guess maybe one more frag to boot. Something's gonna work, something's gonna give, and that's gonna be the omen. It's an opportunity to clutch this. Timing is good. It's gonna be able to hold for half. Glitching out from the side. That is a pretty bad timing to be in. Yep, Fishbone Spooky's here to take it. That's another round being added. 6 and 10 scoreline. It's just drifting further and further away. Team KnockOut, they're making very, very common mistakes. And Arfaz needs to understand when to use the dismisses and when to use the devours. Because the way that they're playing, they're leaking rounds. These rounds being leaked can easily spiral up. True.
Here.
Turret
Here.
out.
Seek them out.
Arfaz, though, finally is going to be able to get the first initial frag. A very crucial one as well. OT over from the other side. Arfaz is able to gain everything from his team. And he's doing it all one step at a time. But for the back end, though, Naeem working his way up, possibly to find another frag over onto one, but it's pretty much aiming at nothing. The Fishbone Smoothie, good discipline from his part to get another frag over from the side, but again, the rounds are building up one step at a time. It will be a wraparound. The spikes will get picked up. Trying to gain information over towards the seaside, but again, the attack is actually shifting over towards A. And this is smart from their side. Already, the defenders are making their way over to the sideline. See if they can get the value there, but
30
for
seconds
this,
left.
they're looking for even more. Just a slight little bit of a misstep could be costly for you, buddy. And with his defenders having killjoy lockdown, they're making their way up. Some information being gained on from the sidelines, but again, not enough. Ample amounts of info not being found just yet, but the gunfights are still being won. Beautiful movement from over one. And Poti's gonna be able to shut down the second. 6 and 11, ladies and gentlemen. And finally, the members of Team KnockOut, they have their feet back on.
Can I get this? Thanks. Don't overthink it. That's my job. Placing alarm bot.
The hunt begins.
Teleport.
Although working his way up, Raptors looking to be a little bit more of a game changer for their end. And Raptor, he needs to try and survive this. One more kill is all that he needs. But again, Naim comes in clutch from the side to get a couple of frags to keep his buddy Raptor
Placing
safe
swarm grenade.
and sound.
Swarm grenade
And
out.
does it look good for the defenders? Not exactly just yet, but maybe with this frag, things could be better. Poti nearly whiffs out on a couple of very important shots, but it's completely okay. Over towards the back, though, they need to worry about the main danger man over from the sidelines. Does Dead Rabbit expect it? No, he doesn't, but he still gets a frag regardless. Here comes the spike, and that's going to be a body to get dropped over on the other end. 6 and 12, ladies and gentlemen. And on the 6 and 12 scoreline, things are heating up.
Match point.
It's now the attackers. Their money is in shambles.
Placing sentry.
Ooh, Naim. Really bad spot to be in. And I like this play from Arabs. It's pretty much giving up the sideline, not really opting to hold it down as much. Poti has the Viper Spit in hand if he wants to use it, and I do believe using the Viper Spit in this situation would be the much more optimum play. He's expecting a player to come in from the other sideline, couple of shots to be taken, and that's gonna be a frag. That's a refrag that you want. Maybe one more, he gets it all.
Enemy remaining.
And yep, the last player remaining is gonna be Lexio. Doesn't really happen. Shut down.
Defenders win.
That's gonna be the kills, that's gonna be the frags, and that will be the match, ladies and gentlemen. 6 and 13 with the favor, with the team being Team Knockout to take it all away. Beautifully done when it came down to a couple of execution. Bits and bobs were not as perfect as you would have hoped for, but hey, it's completely alright. That's going to be very aggressive here, bringing all the action for this matchup, and we're going to be back soon enough with the 11:30 p.m. game or the 10:30 p.m. game. We never really know just yet. We got to see exactly which match will be played soon. But for now, I'm going to be heading on off, and Kirito will be the one to bring you all the action. Good night, sleep tight, and happy gaming.